Hey, this is Basara 2 Heroes, the game I've been working on for a little time now. I'm doing some cool stuff for the next VST. I want to play as Kotaro Fuma, and yeah, this game is great fun and I always enjoyed it back in the day when it came out, and luckily enough this gave me now the opportunity to give you everyone some kind of guide to Basara, because yeah, it's all in Japanese because this game only came out in Japan. It's kind of sad. They actually released the prequel. It's called Devil Kings here in Europe. I do not know if it's called Devil Kings in the US and everywhere else. Yeah, that game was kind of a mixed bag in my opinion, because they screwed around with the balancing and stuff. But whatever, this game never came out. Later, Basara 3? Oh, no, it was just called Basara Samurai Heroes, was it called. It's the third entry. It came out in more countries. It's a great game, but Utage, the update to that one is just one of the best. Yeah, I had a small talk with Super Moose. He asked me why I do not play, or if I did not play Sumeragi, because it's his favorite game, and Sumeragi is great, I know, but I actually own a copy and I never really played it, and I'm sad because I did not. I'm stupid. But whatever, this is Basara 2. Basara 2 gives you lots of modes to play and lots of unlockables. So right off the bat, if you want to ask the question, how do you unlock Lubu? He's right here. And this screen, everything is unlocked. You do not have to unlock any character at all. And this is not Lubu, this is Tadakatsu Honda, and he's a fucking Gundam. So you can see this game's art direction is all over the place and totally over the top, and I like it that way. So yeah, that's that. And next. So you want to start playing Basara, figuring out a character and stuff. Yeah, if you just want to start with the game because you never played it, it's likely this mode you will start with. It's the regular story mode. You get these three characters and their story modes. Next up is the guidance story mode. Yeah, the side stories of the game, I believe. And here's my Kotaro. Kotaro's great. And these other guys. Then you've got... this is the Unification Mode. Oh, no, normally you've got an intro, but because I'm doing this again, you do not get it. Unification Mode is the mode I've played in my speedrun. It's sort of an arcade mode. You get the world map and you have to fight different generals on their maps and defeat them. At the end of the game you gain all your collected loot from the battles, and this way you can level up your characters and get equipment. This one is the free battle mode. It's the same as the Unification mode, but I have to tell you a little bit about it. So, as you can see, yes, I just shuffled the maps. I did not shuffle. Yeah, now I shuffled the maps. As you can see in the right corner, there's a 64 counter, and what this basically tells me that I've unlocked all maps. There are 64 maps in the game, as I can recall. This should be probably alright. And you unlock them by doing the character's guidance story, the regular story mode, and or you have them appear in the Unification mode. So once you've beaten them, or once you've played them, I believe, because I never beat this stage. It's probably the worst stage in the game. I hate it. And it's a bonus stage. You have to make a bonus stage that your players hate. Yeah, but whatever. So you can see here, these new maps are all the maps I unlocked in the other modes. Then, what else is there? Yeah, this is the party mode. I never actually played any of this, but as far as I can tell, this mode should be a versus mode game, one-on-one. I do not know if it's balanced, I do not know if it's cool. If it's half as cool as Basara Cross. It should be alright, but I don't know. And I recall this from one of the story missions. It's kind of a mini game where you've got to hit these whack-a-mole thingies. I believe they're called Daruma. If you hit them, you get points. If you hit the black ones, you get some points taken from you and whatever. It's probably fun, I don't know. This mode is the... yeah, it's a very important mode in the game. It's the Basara tournament. I will at least show the screen. Yeah, at first you've got this left option. It's the regular tournament, and once you've beaten that, you unlock this true Basara tournament, I believe it's called. Yeah, it's... well, I did not play it this time. I do not know what it actually does. I believe there was a timer involved, so you have to beat stages fast, and you gain time by beating stages, so that if the timer runs out you lose and stuff. It's probably harder, I don't know. And yeah, these modes are probably likely to be compared to the... what's it called now? Bloody Palace mode in Devil May Cry. Although not as tough, as I might add. They get harder once you're around 80 or 90, but they are never that hard to begin with. So, this is the Basara trivia section, and for the love of God, I do not know what actually this does. Yeah, as it may suggest in the name, it's kind of trivia to the generals and stuff. So, but I can't read Japanese, and you probably can't either if you're watching this. So, let's just put this aside. Probably one of the most important options when starting this game is this one. You can also access this from anywhere in the game. It's the sound option. I put my sound down because I want you guys to hear me. And here is the controller option. I have to make this clear. This is a different configuration I'm using because I'm not used to play in the original game's configuration. I cannot actually recall it how it was. I believe it was you have to block with R1, and that just sounds stupid to me. I want to be able to block with L1, like in the Dynasty Warriors games or Ninja Gaiden, for example. So also the block button resets your camera. So if you're used to resetting camera with L1, it's most likely that you are going to use this configuration. Or do something else, because it's great and you can rebind any controls, but I cannot actually. I did this by completely blindly figuring out in the game. So if you want to use this configuration, go ahead. It's my preferred way to play. Then. So, now you know all the modes, and now you want to know why should I play the story modes. Every character you see in here gets at least something from playing them. Not only levels, you see my Kotaro is level 74. You get their costumes. Also you unlock levels, like I mentioned in the free mode, yeah. And so it's costumes, levels and maps. Also in this mode, these characters, they also unlock stuff here. Have a look at them again. So yeah, if you want to play Kotaro, because sure you want to, you can unlock his stuff here. And yeah, the rest of the cast unlocks maps and their characters, weapons and stuff. Their costumes, I mean. Let me just get here. So yeah, this is the Unification Mode. Here you see the world map. You might have seen it in my speedrun. Oh, I'm currently in a run. Yeah, you can quit the game at any time and continue. It's that easy. So here you can see you fight for dominance over this map board. Oh, yeah, and then you get Musashi. Musashi is one of the bonus rounds. So this is a good example. You do not have this map unlocked from the start, so if you want to unlock Musashi, you must have some kind of luck, because you either get him or the Matsunaga mini game map that I really despise. And now, so let's have a look at this. This second option is your character. here in this window you will see your character's moves. You can take 2 at a time into battle, and at this screen on the right you will see what this move does. It's very handy because I cannot read it, and you can see in the bottom this move is leveled out, and this also. Okay, you've got some moves that do not have levels, but if you've got them leveled up, they gain certain properties. This move here lasts longer, and this move I do not know what it does, but yeah, so anyhow you probably want to level them up to their max level to get the most use of them. And yeah, while we're at it, leveling up moves, I believe once your character reaches like level 50, your character is probably, at least their moves should be leveled out to the max. Just play with your character, earn experience, and that is done. It's very straightforward, even I could do it. So next up, this is your character's weaponry, and the last 2 weapons are special. All the others you get in the regular modes of the game. So the tier 1 weapons, you get them in, what is it called? I believe it's called normal or easy. Second is on the second difficulty, and third in the third difficulty. You have got to have some luck with them at least, but you get them there. Or you can get at least some weapons if you're wealthy. You can buy them in this thing. This is the Basara shop. While we're at it, in the Basara shop you can buy the first 3 items. They buff your health, your strength, and your defense. The next options are both regular weapons. So this should be the level 2 tier weapon or the level 3 tier weapon. And this one, you can see the picture now because I've unlocked it, it's the joke weapon. Let me just... The joke weapon is a weapon of joke. As you can see, Kenshin uses a bouquet of flowers. Isn't it great? It's great. Yeah, what the joke weapon does, usually joke weapons in this game have a higher critical hit rate, and that's probably all. I do not actually know. The last weapons you unlock in the Basara tournament mode. You have got to beat 100 stages in the tournament mode to with one character to unlock this weapon, but you do not have to play them all in order, because after 10 levels in Basara tournament you get the option to save and continue. No, you okay, once again, after 10 levels in Basara tournament mode you're able to save or continue the game, but not save. So you keep all your money keeps increasing the more you play, but you're at the risk of losing it all if you die. So what I usually did, because I played safe at first with Kenshin to level him up, I used him and played to level 50 and then saved and then played the rest. Because if you reach level 50 in tournament mode, you get this one, this last item. It's the last armor piece you unlock for the character. The second armor piece, or the first, you can also buy in the shop. Yeah, it's the first. And once we're in the, because we're in the shop, I can show this. It's always beneath the armor equipment in the shop. It's the personal item of the character. It's some characters get a use of it, some characters don't. If you use it with Kenshin, you can taunt and he freezes his enemies with the taunt, but nah, that's not the real deal to play with him. So, as you can see, I'm wearing a terrible costume now. These costumes are the ones you unlock. The first one is a standard one, the second one is unlocked by clearing a unification, and the third one is also by beating the Basara tournament. Yeah, you want to be spending time with Basara tournament. And this window here is probably the most important if you're playing the game to a certain level, because yeah, you can make character builds in the game, and you see this build I'm using is for my speedrun to kill as fast as possible, and I could not get any other build to work. So let me just explain some of the items, because yeah, there are a lot of items as you can see, and I have not unlocked them all. Yeah, this item here, this item is an amplifier for my element attacks, and this item here, it's somewhere around here, it's you gain 1 free Basara for the battle, but in order to use it you sacrifice like 95% of your life. And the second item here, it's almost the same but with drive, so get 1 free drive, sacrifice life. But yeah, when the game starts you do not have all these items, you have to unlock them, and this is why these 3 items will be your partners for at least quite some time in the game. Because unlocking, it takes luck, it takes money. And yeah, this item, as you can see, my health gauge is flashing. This grants you a health bonus, attack bonus, and defense bonus. This one should be Onigiri Charm. This raises the amount of HP gained by onigiris and other health items, and this should be gained more Basara through holy water, I believe it's called. Yeah, and the rest you have to unlock. One item that is probably important for you is this one. This is a combo fan. Let's just call it combo fan. If you use this, it's easier to combo with your character, because comboing in this game, at least on the normal peons, is kind of tricky for some characters. For some it's not. So yeah. And if this is all too much for you, don't be afraid. There is a game FAQ guide on this game that translates all these items. I used it, it's very handy, it's very easy to understand, even I could do it. And also there are lots of more guides explaining all this stuff. So if you want to go in deep with this game, use the guides, they're easy to use, I could use it, and they probably will help you to a 100%, unlike this guide. So that was Unification. What else did I want to talk about? So now you know it all, and I can probably show you one last thing. If you want to be able to proficient with the game and get money, because oh yeah, I have to explain this. Oh, how could I forget? So just get back in. I forgot one thing. The most important thing. Or did I mention it? I believe I did not. So whatever. Just continue. Yeah. So in this game you unlock items, like I told you, but you do not get to use them right away. Items are put here in the Basara shop, and you have to buy them with your let's just say gold. You have to buy them with your gold you earned. And so gold is very important in the game, and you do not get that much gold unless you really farm for it in KG's map or some other map, I do not know. I usually did the following. In order to farm gold in the game, you can do the following. Start a game of Basara tournament. Yeah, if you are playing with a friend, you can use 2-player or 1-player. Then in Basara tournament you are able to select 2 guys, or a guy and a girl, or 2 girls, whatever. And you will do the following. You pick the strongest character first, and you pick your character you want to level up second. So what I recommend is you play Kenshin's Unification Mode, or... no, he doesn't have it. You play the Unification Mode, level him up a bit, get him to a certain part in his, let's say 40 or something, so that he's ready to beat this mode. And then you pick the... whatever. I did it with Matsu. She's now 84 and pretty strong. But I just want to pick Fuma because I like him. So once you've done that, you have to know the following. So you equip your stuff, no? Just like usual. Your second character gets to choose his stuff. Then you start the tournament. And now comes the meat and potatoes of this mode, because this tournament does not only have 100 floors. This tournament has like 20 challenges. And again, the challenges are kind of cryptic if you do not know Japanese, but they're easy to understand once you figure them out. There's also a guide on this on Game FAQs. At least it's a section in one of the guides, because I read it. So, you start it, and this is the first page of the 20 challenges. Do 10 hits, do 50 hits, do 100 hits. And every time you complete a challenge, you get one onigiri. And the crowd will cheer. Yeah, like this. And here you can see it's kind of hard for me to combo with this move again. Okay. This is where the combo fan comes in. Yeah. Good. This is the first challenge done, and the first floor done. Second page. So, and this already might be more than your average level if you're speeding through Unification. So one map speeded through in Unification does not give you that, maybe just close to this amount of money. By the time you're beating stage 50, you are likely to have like 40 or 30,000 gold in your hands. So after 100 consecutive floors of this mode, you will be a rich person. And you will have enough to power up one character at least and to buy lots of equipment. And the more you... okay, the more you play this mode with the second character that is usually low level, the more experience he gets. You can also buff this. This is one last tip from me. Oh yeah, this section here is return. The last section here is a return to the main menu and start over. This should be start over from character screen, equipment screen. Yes, I did not lie. Great. So okay, Kenshin is done. Let's just say I want to make Fuma stronger, faster. There are items here that grant you experience buffs, and one of them is this. Yeah, if you can read it down in the right, it says plus 05, and it's plus 05 experience. And the downgrade is you cannot see your character's life gauge, but that doesn't matter. Maybe because you do not actually use the second character. So you can use this, and there are some other items that buff your experience gain, but I do not actually know which one. So I use this, and you get plus 05 experience, and that is really a lot for characters that are starting to level up. So you get like 50 levels in one go. So yes. This should be all I wanted to talk about for this game, and this should help you if you want to start the game. So yeah, if you want to play the game, you can get it on eBay. You can start it with an emulator like I do now. I actually own my copy now. I did not back in the day because yeah, ordering from Japan was kind of expensive, and I just wanted to experience the game on my PlayStation. And I'm not ashamed to admit it, I still own my pirated copy of the game, and I do actually own a regular version of the game now. So I'm very happy with it, and over the years I really had always appreciated this game. I know the other games are way better, and I played them and I loved them, but something about this game always tickles me the right way. That's not to say the game does not have its flaws. It really shows that the combo system was an afterthought, or at least the game does everything it can to prevent you from doing stylish combos. But you can do pretty cool stuff, so look forward to my VST video for that. And yeah, I hope this has been helpful.